This is the tuning capacitor I've started to dismantle. I managed to get the front disc off. It wasn't easy, it was very tight on the shaft here, and it was secured by 4 screws. Now I took the screws out and it still wouldn't move very much, so I managed to hold it with the peg in here. I managed to hold that shaft to stop it turning, and with some 3-in-1 oil, which I ran down the shaft and in the little holes and let it soak for a while, I managed to start moving it and eventually managed to slide it off the shaft there. Not sure what to do with this, it's quite dirty. I'm not sure it'll clean up, faded. Maybe another way of reprinting it. That's something I need to look at. The pointer on here is on a cable, and it rotates once around the drum, and inside there's a tension spring. So the tension spring looks like it was all built in before it was put on here. Now I put oil on here and that shaft is now loose, so that should come off, which I hope to take the whole piece off in one piece and carefully lay it down, have a look at how it's strung up. I need to get that off to clean it really, and to put all this into something to clean. The screws are on the back, so I'm going to remove these 3 screws, that one, and the pointer should come off. The cord goes underneath this bar here. It looks like it's been sealed with the glue or a lacquer, and this has a couple of spring clips to make it run properly in here. So that's what I'll try and do now. Show what's going to happen here. So fortunately the shaft is now, I've marked it as well. I've marked the 25 position. Took a photograph of it. So I can get the screws out here and we'll see what happens here. 1, 2. I'll put these screws back in afterwards not to lose them. And 3. Let's keep that in position. Right, now then. Hopefully it'll come off. It doesn't want to come off so easily. There are 2 screws in here that I've loosened. I need to loosen them a little more. Let's see. Right, a lot of coaxing. Oops. I managed to remove it. I had to hold these little pegs here with one hand. I put a lot of oil in both sides and then worked it backwards and forwards, so now it's come off there. So I'll just hold it on the shaft. Remove these screws again. I put them in just to hold it. That took about 10 minutes of wiggling it backwards and forwards with oil in it, and eventually it got freer and freer and then it came off. So obviously it was just stuck with the amount of dirt that's in there. So this should come off in one piece, hopefully. Probably go slack. Right. Now then, gently off with this. There we go. Apply that down there. Okay, that, as far as I'm going to go in dismantling it, I think I can immerse that in some cleaning fluid of some sort, probably just soapy water, a little toothbrush. Get all the old grease off and then probably put new grease on it. So that's a tuning capacitor off. Now this, oily now, is, take a photograph, that's the dial there. So obviously it's got a spring there to keep the tension on the thing, and I shall take a picture of that and how it's like goes around the drum once and then off to the sides there. I did mark it 25 position, and that's how I'll take photographs of it. Okay, right, there we go for that. Anyway, so I thought I'd show you that bit. Wasn't so straightforward as I thought it would be, just a bit of gentle persuasion, and out it came. So it just needs a good clean. Right, this is a solution of mainly water, some flash, and some bleach, and put some gloves on. I'm going to immerse a tuning capacitor with the gearbox. Hopefully remove all the oil. I'm going to open the veins. We get all the grease off, hopefully. And it's just a matter of applying a small amount onto the magnet of the book. So in it goes. And let's see how they get on. Toothbrush here. I'll let that soak for a bit. Well, here it is after its bath, and it's come out quite well. I don't know if it comes up very well on this little phone here, and how different it is, especially the gearbox. Remove some light on it, maybe. Not quite shiny. There's shade in there, unfortunately. And that's it after it's had its bath. Actually, I was soaking in that solution. It softened the grease, but it didn't actually lift it. So what I did in the end, I took it out of that and emptied that, and then used this from a 99p shop, I think. It's amazing. I just sprayed it on, used a little toothbrush in the bucket, of course, and with the rubber gloves, and slowly turned this and cleaned it, and it's come out very shiny, even in between the capacitor rotors. It's absolutely shiny there. So I'm quite pleased. I was expecting it to come out so shiny, and it's not rough or anything. It moves quite freely. Now, just saying the thing about greasing it, but only the lightest of oil on here, so it doesn't need much lubrication. Now, that was all thick with grease, wherever that came from. Probably maybe had a greasy atmosphere mixed with a lot of other stuff over the 80 years, and maybe everybody maintaining it adding their little bit of grease on over the years, who knows. So I'm quite pleased with that. That's come out really well, and ready to go back, really. Okay, just an aside to the CR100, this is my wee Megger. It's an old-fashioned hand crank one. It's called a wee Megger. Why don't I like that? There's a scale. Now, I had a problem with it because everything I measured seemed to have almost 0 ohms, or 10k. I put some fixed resistors on and they were nowhere near what they should have been. So I had a look around at it. I found this wire wound resistor. It's a 100k wire wound resistor sitting in there. Oops, sits in there. And it's gone open circuit, unfortunately. It's wire wound, covered in a lacquer. What this one does is the opposing magnetic winding. These aren't sprung. They're just supposed to sit where we leave it. It's not like a moving coil meter where there's a spring, leaf spring pulling it, a little coil spring pulling it back. You've got one winding through a resistor, and that's connected to the output, so when you generate your voltage, that coil pushes the needle in that direction. But also attached to that is another coil through another resistor. This one has an opposing field and it pushes back in that direction, so you get a balance. And unfortunately this wasn't working. I was getting no feedback movement, so basically the needle just went all the way over. So what I did, I bought a wire wound resistor. It's the same value, 100k. I glued it in there, it's quite firm now, and all I need to do is attach this wire to it. This is the part of the up from the feedback coil. See this resistor back around there somewhere to the common, and then this capacitor here. Although the values changed, it's supposed to be 0.1, but it's actually measuring about 0.2, but I don't think it seems to affect it much. And that was fed back to the generator via this resistor here. That resistor was also open circuit. It was a 47k, so I'm going to put a modern one in. So I need to, when that's set properly, I shall reassemble it. Anyway, that's just something different there. My little wee Megger that works at 500 volts. And if you look at any of the Megger readings on the CR100, they have used a 500 volt Megger and given readings, so that's what I'm going to use. I was looking at the readings for the transformer, the main transformer. Now I haven't looked at that yet, but I'm going to have a look at the wires on it, and it's supposed to be over 50 megs, so 50 meg, it's hard to move, so I'm going to make it there, and hopefully the windings are exactly as they state. Okay, that's it for now.